Hello, welcome back on the yoga mat. My name is Petra. Today I got a full body yoga session for you. So we're going to start with a short meditation, pranayama, so breathing exercise, a warm up. So we're gonna be then going through all the different body parts and finishing with a nice Shavasana. So that's something that if I teach here in Vienna or my yoga retreats, that's what I would do, like nice 1 hour yoga session. Okay, so let's get started. No props needed, and we start in a seated position. Either way possible for you. Maybe you have your legs crossed, you can also sit on your heels. And then first of all, we try to come and arrive at our yoga mat. Not sure what you have done before, if this is the last thing you're doing after a busy day. Just try to come here, arrive here. Maybe you're closing your eyes. The best ways to reconnect with our breath is by just observing the inhales and the exhales, how our belly rises and falls. You can observe the quality of the breath. It doesn't matter, it always depends what you've been up to, if your breath is a bit more shallow and faster, or if your breath is already long and deep. Maybe you also want to set yourself an intention for this class. Can be something very small, like really you say yourself, I will keep focusing on my breath, staying with my breath, staying here on the yoga mat. Or it could be something different. If not, if nothing comes to your mind, don't stress. Okay, we're going for a little breathing exercise. It's the alternate nostril breathing. It equalizes our body parts. It's calming, it's equalizing. So for this, with your right hand, bring the middle and the ring finger on your forehead. And then we're closing off the right nostril with our thumb. We're inhaling through the left nostril, and then we close off the left nostril and we're holding the breath. And then we open up on the right and we breathe out to the right side. Inhaling to the right, then closing both nostrils. Exhaling through the left. Inhaling left. Closing and holding your breath. And then exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Holding your breath. Exhaling left. Inhaling left. Holding the breath. Exhaling right. Inhaling right. Holding the breath. Exhaling left. Inhaling left, holding the breath. Exhaling through the right. Inhaling right. Holding the breath. Exhaling left. Inhaling left. Holding the breath. Exhaling through the right nostril. Inhaling through the right. Holding the breath. Exhaling left. Inhaling through the left. Holding the breath. And now exhaling through the right. Bring your right hand down to your leg. And then you continue your breath without the breath hold. And see if you can now really breathe nicely and equally through both nostrils. Also feel the effect of the breathing exercise. Maybe you already feel a little bit of calmness, a little bit calmer than you'd started. And with that calmness and this equal breath, we're going to start with our warm-up. On the exhale, bring the chin to the chest. Nothing else, so not the spine doesn't move, just your chin to the chest. Inhaling, coming up, look slightly up. Exhaling, chin to your chest. You can still do this with your closed eyes. It's easier to feel this way. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Here we leave our chin close to our chest. And now we interlace our fingers, bring our hands on the back of our head, and just give a little bit of pressure on your head. So we're stretching our neck a bit more. And then inhaling, we're also coming up. We press the elbows to the side, slightly look up. And then exhaling, coming down again, bringing the elbows a bit closer, chin towards your chest. Inhaling, open up your chest, look up. Exhaling, coming together again with the elbows, chin to your chest. Always the inhale, we open up. Exhale, we closing. Inhaling, opening. Exhaling, closing. Stay here now. Now you can also move the head a bit from side to side. Feel into different areas of your neck. And then back to the center. Inhale, coming up. Press the elbows back. Opening up your chest. And now we're opening up the arms. Give yourself here a nice wide stretch. And next, inhale, reach the arms up. And then on the exhale now, we're going to twist to the right side. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, twisting. You can look to the side, don't have not too much yet. We are still warming up here. So always on the inhale, we're coming up. And on the exhale, we go to the side. Inhale up. Exhale to the side. Inhale, coming up. And then exhaling through the side. Stay here. Now, your hand in the back can be flat on the mat, on the ground. And inhale, opening up the chest. And exhale, see if you want to go a bit deeper into that twist. Taking deep breaths here. Okay, now we take our back arm and stretch it up next to our ear. So stretch long first of all, and now we're going just to lean on the side. A nice side body stretch here. You could look up to your palm or to the ceiling if that works for your neck. Taking deep breath here into the area between the ribs. Okay, and then from here, look down to the ground, and now we're closing. We're bringing the hand to the opposite leg. We're rounding our back, folding forward. Next, inhale, coming up. Reach the arms wide again, and then all the way up. And now we're doing the other side. So, again, first we're staying in the twist. So the back hand really holds us. Then inhaling, we really lengthening the spine, and then on the exhale, maybe twist a bit deeper. Taking deep breaths. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, turning. Okay, we take the back arm, stretch it. First of all, don't go side to the side yet. Stretch it up, 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 and then lean over to the side. Again, you can look up to the ceiling or into your palm. Okay, then look down to the ground. Round your back, closing off here, folding forward. Next inhale, we're coming up, stretching the arms up. Now you can interlace your fingers, palms face up, and then you can give yourself a nice stretch here from side to side, maybe to the back. Very good, excellent. We now go on to our fours, but first of all, before we do that, because we've been sitting here for a while, just give your legs a shake, maybe you even massage your legs, and then move your feet. So we're trying to bring blood back into our feet, depending on how you've been sitting. And then you can also open up your knees, feet on the ground, and then you can just bring your knees from side to side. Gentle hip opening here, first one. Okay, and then now we're going on our all fours. Okay, first things first, we're going to warm up our wrists. So just with your body, you move a bit and you're drawing circles over your wrists. So to warm up our wrists. And then the other direction. Okay, now tuck your toes. Now we try to sit back on our heels. See how much pressure you want to put on your feet. This is a very nice stretch for our soles, for our plantar fascia here. Shake your hands. And now we're going to do a few wrist circles here. Other direction. And now you stretch the arms forward, stretch the 10 fingers, and then fist and stretch, fist and stretch. Maybe you can go a bit faster, as fast as possible. And if it's too much for your toes, you just sit on your, so you bring your feet onto the ground. Just maybe a bit more, a bit faster. I know it's difficult. Okay, then shake your hands. And we're coming back on all fours. I like to just tap my feet onto the mat here. Okay, let's do a few rounds of cat and cow. So inhaling, dropping the belly, looking up. Exhaling, rounding the back. Inhaling into cow, shoulders away from the ears, and then on the exhale into cat, really bring the shoulders towards your ears. Okay, we're coming back to a neutral position. On the inhale, we're opening up with our right arm. Stretch the right arm up. Maybe you look up to your hand, and then on the exhale, we're threading the needle. Thread it through. Inhaling, coming up. Opening up the right arm. Exhaling, threading it through. One more time, we're opening up. Inhaling, opening up. And now on the exhale, we bring our right arm, shoulder down, and then maybe you bring the right side of your face down. Your left hand can be either pressed into the ground like this, or you try to walk forward with your left hand so your left arm is also stretched. See what works for you. And then again, reconnecting with the breath. Okay, walk back with your hand, with your left hand, and then inhaling, opening up one more time, all the way, and then exhaling down. So now we do the other side. Inhaling, left arm up, exhaling, thread it through. Inhaling, opening, exhaling. All the way, stretch your arm to the side. One more time. Inhaling, opening, and then exhaling, coming down all the way on your arm, on your shoulder, and now with the right hand, stay as you are, or you walk your right hand on top of the mat. As soon as you're in the yoga positions, you can always close off your eyes, taking a few deep breaths. Okay, we're walking back with our right hand. Inhaling, opening up one more time with the left. And then exhale back on all fours. Now, we open up the knees mat width. The toes stay together. Then we sit back in a wide-legged child's pose. Stretch the arm forwards, forehead onto your mat. Now, you could, for a different stretch in your arms, you could tuck your or cup your fingers and then rotate your shoulders outwards. Taking deep breaths. Okay, then we press our palms into the mat. Okay, and as we are with our open knees, we're coming up. And then we lean a bit forward. And then we press all the way back again. On the inhale, we come up. See how far you want to go. Maybe you really want to hang in here completely. Maybe not. Just see what works for you. And then for the release, we always press back again. And if you can, you work with your breath here. Inhaling, coming forward. Exhaling, pressing back. Then also the next time you're at the front, you can stay here, but maybe looking over one shoulder, over the other shoulder. And then pressing back again. We're going to do it one more time to the front. And then pressing back. Staying here a bit. Maybe rolling the forehead from side to side. Okay, and then from here, press your palms into the ground. We're coming back onto our knees. Now tuck your toes here. And then we come up into a downward facing dog. But now, of course, we're closing downward facing dog. The feet are about hip width. First of all, just walk your dog here. Stretch one leg, stretch the other leg. You can also look through your armpit here. Maybe also you dropping both knees and then stretch both legs. Slowly waking up the back of the leg. Okay, and then bend your knees slightly and with small steps we're walking forward to the top of our mat. Feet about hip width, knees are slightly bent, and then just drop down here, maybe shaking your head yes and no, and then hold on to the opposite, twist your hands to the opposite upper arms, and then sway from side to side. Okay, then we coming back to the center, releasing your arms, and then very slowly with the round back, we coming here up into standing. And then once you're up, on the inhale, you roll your shoulders to the front and then exhaling back down. Inhaling, rolling the shoulders. Exhaling back down. One more time. Inhaling, shoulders to the front. Exhaling back down. Excellent. We come standing in the front of the mat. Feet are about hip width. Arms next to the body. Taking a few deep breaths here in mountain position. And then inhaling, stretching the arms up, look up, and on the exhale you fold forward. Inhaling, halfway lift, see that you have your back really straight, and then exhaling, stepping back into plank. From here we drop the knees, we arch the back, and then if you can, you drop your chin and your chest first, and then sliding through cobra here. Now I like to go for a few spinal waves here. Just bring your fingers next to your mat, cup your fingers, elbows bent, and then we just going a few spinal waves. Take the head with you. Okay, and then we're coming back to cobra. Press the palms next to your chest, tuck your toes over your knees. We come into a downward facing dog, where we stay for a few breaths. See that you bend your knees and then you press yourself back and up. You want to have a straight back here. Knees don't need to be, or the legs don't need to be straight. Okay, then from here, stretch the right leg back up. And then bend the right knee, and then we start opening our hips. So drawing a few circles then with, so the right knee now looks to the right side, drawing a few circles, and the other direction. Okay, now from here, with the right knee, we draw a big circle to the right upper arm, and then we step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Left knee on the mat. You can double up your mat, or you can also put a blanket or a bolster under your knee. The right toe looks to the right, and then you just move a bit here. So moving back, so then you straighten maybe your right leg, and then coming to the front. Working into our hip flexors here. Okay, next time, stay in the front and see that you're deep. Inhale, opening up the right arm, look up, and on the exhale, see if you can bring the forearm onto the mat or into direction of the mat. Inhaling, opening up, exhaling, coming down. Inhaling, opening, and then one more time. Exhaling, coming down here. Inhaling, opening up. And now we bring the right hand on the inside of the right leg, and then we press the leg outside, and then see that you hang into this position. You can also turn your body towards the right side. This is a really deep stretch in the left hip flexor and also in your right hip. Taking deep breaths. Okay, then look down to your mat, right hand onto the mat, tuck your left toes, and we're stepping back into a downward facing dog. Just walk the dog again a bit here. Maybe you feel a difference from side to side. And then other side, we're stretching the left leg up. And then bend the left knee, opening up the hips and drawing a few circles. And then the other direction. Okay, from here, wide circle, left knee to the left upper arm, and then stepping with the left foot down, right knee comes to the mat. The left foot looks to the left. Then we start moving again.
just to get used to warming up our hips. Okay, next time you're in the front, stay in the front. See that you're nice and deep in here. Like it's like you should feel like you're hanging there a little bit. On the inhale, opening up with your left arm. Exhaling, coming down with the lower arm on the mat, close to the mat. Inhaling, opening. Exhaling down. Inhaling, opening. Exhaling down. Now inhale, open up one more time. Bring the left hand on the inside of the left leg and now press the leg to the outside and hang yourself into this position. You can also turn the body to the left side. Taking deep breaths here. Okay, slowly letting go. Left hand on the mat, tuck your right toes, stepping back to a downward facing dog. Now you can stay here in your downward facing dog, or if you would like to go to a vinyasa, you move forward into a plank. You can bring your knees down, knees, chest, chin, or you go chaturanga, inhaling cobra, or upward facing dog. And then we all meet again in a downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths. Really see in between. Can you calm down your breathing? Okay, we continue. We step the right foot to the outside of the right hand and the left foot to the outside of the left hand. And then we're coming down. You can still be a bit in the movement. Just going too soon into a yogi squat. Opening up the hips even more. And then see if either you have your knees off, your heels off the mat, or you have your heels down. The upper arms press into your legs. Maybe the palms to get in front of your chest. Really opening up here the inside of your legs. Trying to hang out here like the Asians do. And then bring your right hand down. Inhale, opening up with your left arm. Other side. And coming back. Palms together. And now we're trying to come up here. Maybe a bit of momentum. Inhaling, coming up. Stretching up. Exhaling, coming down again. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. My knees. Inhaling, coming up. Stretching up. And now we stay up. Bring the palms together in front of your chest. Standing in front of the mat. Feet are hip width. Inhale, reaching up, look up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhaling, halfway lift, straight back. Exhaling, blend your palms, stepping back. And now, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhaling, cobra, upward facing. And then back to downward facing dog again. Few deep breaths. Okay, and then from here, bring your knees onto the mat, your elbow onto the mat, and then we're lying down into a Sphinx position. Palms press into the mat.
And see that your elbows are under your shoulders. So and then you really see, inhaling, press yourself up away from the mat. You can also look over the right shoulder, over the left shoulder, and maybe here in the front. Then we go into the seal. So you walk your hands a bit further forward and you stretch your arms. Press the elbows down. Press the shoulders down, sorry. And then stretching the arms, looking up. Deep stretch here. And then slowly coming down, you can bring the hands on top of each other, forehead on the hands, and then maybe you shift your hips a bit from side to side. Okay, we're going into the locust position. So your arms next to your body, palms facing down, forehead onto the mat. Now, first of all, lift up those shoulders away from the mat. Then your upper body, your arms, and maybe your legs. And then see if you can bring your little fingers as close together as possible. Taking a few deep breaths here. And then we're lying down. You can lie down on one side of your face. And then again, maybe shifting the hips a bit from side to side. Okay, we're going to now interlace our fingers behind our back. Stretch the hands, the arms as far down to your feet as possible. Inhaling, head up, chest up, and maybe at the end also the legs. Deep breaths here. One more time, inhaling, maybe lifting up a bit more, and then exhaling, coming down. Hands next to your chest, and now we press ourselves back into a child's pose. We have the knees closed, forehead onto the ground if you can, and then just feel how your back releases again, rounding the back. And then slowly coming up, but we stay here with our legs like this. And now we go into a heart opening, but we're not going into the full camel, we're just doing the small camel. So you have your hands behind your back, and then you just slowly start opening up your chest here, maybe walking the hands a bit closer, like this. Okay, you stay here, taking deep breath into your chest area, or you could also start lifting up here, hips away from the heels, opening up the chest, look up, and then slowly exhaling, sitting down again. We're coming with our legs onto the mat. We're going into the table position, so feet about hip width. Hands behind your hips, elbows look back, gauge your core, inhaling, lifting up those hips. See if you can have one straight line in your front body. Then maybe, if you want to challenge yourself, hips stay up, you lift up one leg, and then you lift up the other leg. Okay, coming down. Maybe here you want to shake your hands a little bit. Also roll the arms. Okay, we're going to do a few forward folds. Now, stretch your right leg. The left foot we put on the inside of our leg. If this is not good for your knee here, you could put something under your knee, like a block or a bolster. So inhale, sit up nice and straight. Inhaling, stretching the arms up. And then on the exhale, we're folding forward, holding on to whatever you can. Taking deep breaths. Maybe you even feel that after a while you can go down a bit further. And also if it's too much for the back of your leg, of your straight leg, just bend your knee slightly. On the inhale, we're coming back up, but we leave our legs just as they are. Now, take your right hand to your left leg, inhaling. The left arm reaches up, and now you want to fold over your right leg. So you're folding over to the side, and you look through your left arm. Your left hand comes into the direction of your right foot. Nice side body stretch. Okay, slowly coming up. Now, bring your left hand behind your back, and now we're going to try to lift up our hips again for a nice front body stretch. Inhaling, lifting up all the way. Few deep breaths here. And then slowly back down, and we change our legs. Left leg straight, right leg bent. And see, before we bend forward, always see if you can sit nice and tall, and then inhaling, reaching up as far as you can, and then reach forward, forward, forward. And then slowly coming down, working with your breath. Here you can really focus on the exhale. It's very calming, forward folds. And also focusing on the exhale is calming. Slowly coming back up. Now, take your left hand onto your right leg. Inhaling, reaching the right arm up, and then folding over in the direction of your left leg. Really feel this side body stretch here on your right side. Taking your deep breaths there.
Okay, coming back up. Bring your right hand to the back, and then we're going to lift up with our hips. Inhaling, lifting up, stretching the front body, maybe looking up or back. And then slowly coming down. Now we're going to open up both legs. Nice stretch. Now we see, again, we're trying to fold forward more. Now we're getting a stretch on the inside of the legs. And then you just walk yourself forward with your hands. Maybe you can come to your lower arms. See, until you feel a good stretch here on the upper, so on your adductors, on the inside of the upper legs. You can also flex your toes, so the toes look towards you. Gives you a nice stretch on your lower legs as well. And then maybe even walking further forward. Okay, one more very deep breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling, coming down a bit more. Now slowly walk yourself out of this position. Now take the hands underneath your knees and then just closing those legs here. We're coming into our boat position, and then we're lying down. So maybe you come a bit further forward onto your mat. We stretch the arms to the front. We engage our core. Then we lift up one leg and then the other leg. Take deep breaths here. And see that you have a straight back. Maybe if you're very strong in your core, you could even lift those legs. Deep breaths. And then very slowly you can start rounding your back a bit. We're going to lie down on our back. Okay, bring those knees towards you and then just roll on your back. Massage your back here. Maybe opening up the knees, drawing circles with your knees. Okay, next we're going to place our feet hip width on the mat. See if you can touch with your middle finger your heel, and then press your palms into the mat. We're coming up into bridge position. So slowly rolling up here, all the way. And then once you're up, I like to just bring my shoulder blades a bit closer together, and then the hands interlace below the back. But see that your knees are not falling out to the side. You really want to press your knees together. And then lift those hips up as far as you can. If you want to go a bit further, you could even come here onto your toes. And then releasing those hands, slowly rolling back out. And then next we open up our feet, mat width, and then having the knees fall from side to side. Now, there's an option. We're going for an inversion. In yoga, we always like to do the inversions in the end. So you can either lift up your legs just like this. This is very nice also. You could also go where, if you have a wall next to you, you could also just bring your legs onto the wall. That's the first version. Second version is that we come into a shoulder stand. For the shoulder stand, You lift up your hips and bring your legs first of all over your head. Then you try to bring your hands on your lower back, elbows to get as close as possible. And then slowly walking your hands up your back so that your legs up closed. Also the legs are engaged and not moving your neck here. That's important. And we take 5 very deep breaths here. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. If you would like to, you could also open up those legs again one more time for a nice stretch of the inside of the legs. Then we close our legs. Bring first of all one leg overhead. You can also do that if you're not in shoulder stand. Slowly one leg overhead and then the other leg. So next one we go into the plow position. For that we roll a bit further down onto the back and then the legs overhead. Keep your hands on your back. Taking deep breaths. And so you can have your legs straight here. A nice alternative is if you bring your knees next to your ears, so you have bent knees here. Both variants are very nice. Okay, now press your hands, your palms onto the mat, and now very slowly we're going to roll out here. So the back is back on the mat and we leave our legs up. You can shake your legs here, maybe roll your feet here a bit. Okay, now we bend our knees. The arms we have stretched to the side. And then we just bring our knees over to the right side. So for a very easy lying twist here. You can have your right hand on your legs and you look over to your left side. So this should really feel relaxing for you. Again, if you have a block or bolster next to you, you could also have have it under your legs. Then first of all, head back to the center, lift up those knees. Make sure you're firmly on your back again, straight, and then knees over to the left side, and you look over to your right arm. Letting go, this is our last position before Shavasana.
Roll the head to the center, and now just stretch the legs long. Open up your legs, feet are falling out to the side, arms stretch to the side. And here we are in beautiful Shavasana. You can roll your head from side to side. And then staying here in stillness for a few minutes. Letting go completely. Enjoying stillness. And slowly coming back, deepening your breath here. And then bend, put your feet on the ground, bend your knees. And we're rolling over to the right side where we stay a bit. And then here, press into your left hand. So you're coming back up into a seated position with closed eyes. We bring our hands to our legs, straight back. Now we feel into our body. We reconnect with our breath. And also we scan our mind. Hopefully everything is calm now. Feeling really good. Having all the body parts stretched and strengthened during this 1 hour practice. Then here we bring our palms together in front of the chest and we finish with one Om. So first of all exhaling here, then inhaling for Om. Om. from here, bow down to yourself. Give yourself a big, big smile for this excellent praxis. Namaste, yogis. Very well done. Great. Thanks for joining me on the mat. I hope you're feeling amazing. And hope to see you soon on the yoga mat. Bye. Have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, wherever or whenever you watch this video. Bye bye.